So this is day 6, and we're just filling this pool from the cistern. It's Polygroup Summer Waves. This is the water that comes out. We haven't treated this at all. This is our water. Comes out of our cistern. We do have sulfur water. It looks like it's full now though. Last night it was right below the filter. Now we don't run it when we're not home, and we did run it, you know, maybe 2 or 3 hours the first day, and then some days we ran it 4 to 6 hours. But yeah, it took 6 days to fill this thing. But we're gonna shut the water off now, and all this stuff, the entire pool, all the floats, 4 gallons of shock, and all the parts were there. There was some, you know, it's pretty dirty. What happened was one of our clients, friends and clients, we call our customers, they're not really customers. Hold on, let me shut this off. So one of our clients that we've worked for throughout the years, which we do a handyman service, and we've been doing this for a long time. We haven't raised our prices in probably, well, 12 or 13 years, and everything's gone up. I mean, everything. Food, taxes, insurance, gas, and basically what we cut out of our life was a lot of our travel. We used to go to Cedar Point a lot. We did take vacations once a year. We haven't been doing much of that. Staying local, doing things locally. And we talked about getting a pool. We had a pool. We had one twice this size. This is, I'm not even sure, 18 feet wide. And looks like about 4 feet deep, maybe 50 inches deep. But nobody's swam in this yet. I did get in there and clean it. We set it up. We cleaned it all, scrubbed it all down, rinsed it all out. Kind of tried to level it out. We weren't in the market for a pool, and this wasn't something that we were, I mean, we wanted to get a pool, but this wasn't something that was in our budget right now. But anyway, somebody called and asked us to come and get a bunch of trash. And see if we could pick it up with our trailer, take it to the dump. You know, they give us a small little fee for getting rid of it, or we charge them a small fee for getting rid of it. And we do little jobs like that, trying to help people out, especially people that we've worked for before. And when they have no other way to do it, they call us. So we said sure, and then during the text they said, and all the pool stuff goes. And we were like, what? So went over there, and they did have most of it separated. Some animals and stuff had gotten in it. I wasn't sure how good it was. They said it was all there and it should work. So if we knew, if we wanted it or knew somebody who could use it, that, you know, that was an option. But I didn't know if I wanted to give it to somebody because I wasn't sure it still worked, or, you know, was, you know, after, if you put something in storage, it can be a lot different than the way you left it. I'm just saying. So I wasn't sure. Now we still need to clean up the outside of it. You can see how dirty it was. We're gonna scrub this up now that it's full. We're gonna come through and scrub all this up. The inside was the same way. I got most of the dirt out. There's a little bit, because it took 6 days to fill. We got some debris in here that has fallen, and we haven't ran the filter at all yet. Which, let me go turn that on. Well, let me wait till we're done talking in case it's noisy. But all these floats, there's some toys, this ladder, the little foot wash tub. And so we're going to landscape this a little bit. I want to build something so it's a little easier to get in here. But this isn't something we were trying to do. It just kind of fell upon us. But But I'm not complaining. Today's Father's Day, and it's supposed to be hotter than it's been in a long time. And I love swimming. We don't have a pond or anything. Mom's got a pond down the road, but it's not really swimmable. We lost the pool in town, so it's like perfect timing. And the only cost that we had was filling it, and that's running a pump to get water out of the cistern. Now we had to be careful filling it. We didn't want to drain the well, and we held off laundry. We played the whole game, but the filter's not leaking at all, so that's a good sign. All these tools except for this one, right? This was ripped, so I had to buy a new one of these. But all the tools came with it. There's a little glow-in-the-dark light thing. We were out here last night. We thought it was going to be full last night, and it almost was, but it needed another hour, and it was getting late, so we shut it off and finished this morning. But we'll be swimming in this today, and that'll be a lot of fun. I can't wait. I've swam my whole life. I've been in the swim team, both summer and winter, since I was little, and I love swimming. Sometimes we just get hotel rooms just for the pool. And we had a pool that was twice the size, oval, and I took one side off, and it was like right up against the house. We built a frame up against the house so you could walk right out into the pool. But when we moved, I still have the parts of it. The liner had dry rotted over time, so that went to trash. And since we had it up against the house, the framing didn't work. I would have had to build some sort of deck, and I never got to that. We never had a spot. I didn't really even have a spot for this. We have a lot of open area, but not where there's electric at. And we have electric right over here for the chickens, so we can run this pool filter, which is another thing I really don't want to do, but I'm gonna try to set something up, either solar or just run it periodically. I mean, the water that comes out of here is really clean. If we can keep it this way, I don't have to run it all the time. But you know how that goes with a pool. You can get algae in it real easy. And this will turn into garden water instead of a pool. But we're right here by the cherry tree. This thing's getting trimmed back, or may even die in the next few years. But I gotta deal with both these leaves, which will be fun this fall, because I'm not gonna want to get in here. It is ice cold right now with that cistern water. But this used to water, they used to water cows out here. They had cows out here. It's a big cistern. But you still got to be careful. You get it too low, the walls can collapse and stuff like that. So it took 6 full days to fill this thing. Well, not full days. It took 6 days, hours at a time, being strategic. But looking forward to, doing some swimming. I like the exercise you can get. It's a non-abrasive exercise in water. Plus, when I come home hot as can be from summer work, I cool off real easy. And Timmy likes to lay out, so do I. Likes to lay out in the sun and just chill. Takes a lot off your mind. So right out here by the chickens. So that's our little spiel. It's a nice to have a pool. It's bigger than I thought it was going to be. Honestly thought it was a smaller one. And let's check this filter and see if it works, because I haven't tried it yet. Oh yeah, I can feel the water coming out. Beautiful. Starting to draw stuff already. Moth out there, dang it. It's gonna be interesting to see what kind of animals we get in here. We used to get big June bugs and frogs and everything in town. Now we're out here, which we did have pools out here before too. I've had a pool about everywhere I've lived, honestly. At least some size of pool. When I was a kid, we'd make them out of hay bales and tarps. Build a square of hay bales and put a tarp in it, fill it up. You double your tarp or your hay bales up, which are pretty cheap. We'd mow grass and stuff, me and my brothers, and we'd save our money and put together, buy a bunch of hay bales or whatever we could find, and put tarp over it. Big tarp, buy a big tarp, put it over it, fill it up. It's good for weeks. No filter. That was the problem. Should have filtered it. Man, even this everything in here is moving now. That water's squirting, which is good to see, because that ought to clean a lot of this. Now we do have a broom and some filter stuff and some vacuum. There's a bottom vacuum, but I'm pretty good with cleaning pools. I don't think I'm gonna have a problem with that. Little bubbles coming up too. Little bubbles coming up everywhere. Interesting. That ant ain't gonna make it. But there's just something relaxing just being beside water, I think. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome to the Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla. I am the gorilla that is vanilla. This is the Gypsy. She is my queen. We wake up every day and try to find the art in everything. We take that art, we put it in a hot soup bowl, and we serve it up to you for the merriment of your soul.